Hi everyone, it's Krista with Georgia Soap Creations. I'm back to make yet another of my Christmas winter series soaps. In this big bucket, I've already got my hard oils and butters melted down, lye water solution mixed in, and right now I'm just adding in my liquid oils, and we can get to making some soap. I'm trying this video today from my cell phone. I don't know how it will turn out. I went to turn on my camera to record with it, and it says that my memory card is full, so I'm going to have to get the other video uploaded. So when I do this, hopefully I'll be able to upload two. I'm not sure how long of a video my phone will let me do at a time, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on it definitely. Alright, that takes care of my liquid oils, and I'm also going to add in my kaolin clay and my buttermilk powder. The soap that we are making today is called Sweet Winterberry. It is an Aztec fragrance, and I just think it's a very pretty, soft scent for a feminine scent for Christmas. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this clay down in. I do it in little bursts when I do it this way so that I do not get the powder poofing up in the air. I may not even like the way that this video turns out doing it on this camera, on my phone. So we'll see. Sorry about the bumping around. I'm just trying to get it to where I think it's angled better. There we go. Alright, I'm just going to set my stick blender aside and pour this off into my containers that I'm using. That way we can get the colors added. Set you over here. I'm going to start with this little container. This is going to be my base color, which is, I'm going for a maroony cranberry-ish color. Alright, well, I just had a phone call come in and disrupt my video, so we'll try again. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and pour this one back into here. I'm going to keep some of it in here though, and then I'm going to transfer this back. Misjudged the size of my containers. I had my bigger pouring pitcher first, and I thought, no, that's going to be too big, but I guess I should have went with my gut reaction and used the bigger one. Oh well, you live and learn. Alright, so let's set this off to the side. Grab me another paper towel. And I'm going to slide this back. I'm going to bring this one in I'm going to start with this first because this is going to be my white accent. Let's see. I think I want a little less than that. I can always add more to the white till I get it the color I want if it's not enough. Sorry, I'm just sliding that notification off my screen so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, we'll go ahead and add a little bit more white. I'll add the rest of what I have mixed up. I do want it to be a pretty vibrant white to represent, with it being called Sweet Winterberry, I want it to represent snow. Alright, I think that will do. At first I will hand stir in, as always, my fragrance. But let me go ahead and put it into here. So that way if I do need to stick blend it, I can before I add the darker color to that bucket. And I won't have to clean off my stick blender in between batches. And this fragrance may discolor my white a little bit because of the yellow tones to it. If it does, that's okay too. Pause you for 1 second. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I had a phone call that my son come and got me for that I had to take. That. Like I said, if it ends up a little off-white, that's fine too. It's not a big deal. Alright, now on to the cranberry-ish color. I don't know if you can see how pretty that is. But hopefully the color I'm hoping I achieve will show in the finished soap. That's definitely not the shade I'm going for, so let's go ahead and add some more. Like I said, you can always add more to achieve the color that you want, but it is harder to take away. Now in this case, I could add some of the white batter back in if I would get it too dark to tone it down. But that's not always the case if you're not using a white. And then if this still isn't dark enough, I can add some more of the dry mica powder into it to get it where I wanted to. I just decided to mix it today to try and cut down on stick blending time. Alright, let's go ahead and get this rest of the fragrance in, and I'm going to add in just a little bit more of my palette powdered colorant. This is called, I'm using a blend of two today. This one is called Moulin Rouge. And this one is called Dusty Mauve. And of course, I just made a mess with both of them all over the table. So, rubbing alcohol cleans it up. Alright, let's get this blended. Air bubbles out. I think I'm going to add just a touch more mica because of the yellow color of that fragrance oil. Fragrance oils that tend to have a yellow color to them will usually end up discoloring your soap. And if you don't want that to happen, there is a product that is called Color Stabilizer that you can use. It's been my experience with it. It does not keep it from discoloring, but it does slow down the coloration process. There we go. That's a deeper shade that I was going for. Blending on that. Get that out of the way. Clean up that little smidge of mess I made. I'll give this a stir just to make sure we get everything off the sides and bottom. Clean up this mess. Slide this over this way. Now this soap is going to have an accent color on the top. I am going to do, my normal drop swirl, but on the top I'm going to do an accent gold color. I wanted to do silver for Christmas, being that it's a winter Christmas soap, but I thought the gold would show better against this. So we're going to go with gold because, you think of the Christmas songs, silver and gold. Gold works just as well. All right, one more quick pause. All right, let's get to pouring this soap. We're going to start with our base color. Pour in a nice healthy layer. And then I'm going to come in and alternate, as always, with my white. Whoops. And that's what happens when you're paying attention to the air bubbles coming up in your soap and not what you're doing. So let me clean this up real quick. All right, now got that cleaned up. Let's try and be a little bit more careful this time. There we go. Back in with more of the dark. And more of the white. Give it a little tap. When you have batter that is this fluid, you will get air bubbles from pouring it. Tapping the mold helps to get those air bubbles out and produce less air pockets in your soap. All right. All right, give it one final tap down, and then I'll get to finishing the final layer and starting the top. I don't know, I don't think you can see it on the camera, but I can just watch the little air bubbles come up to the surface and pop. And the ones that don't pop, I will pop them myself. All right, there we go. Now, because this is such a fluid batter, I'm going to come in here and gently spoon the final layer on. That way it's a solid darker color, and the white and gold accents on the top and the swirl will stand out. And as I've said before, you know, finishing the top like this is not necessary since you are going to swirl the colors. I just find that it gives a more finished look to the soap, so that's why I like to do it this way. It sounds like either my son or more than likely my cat is trying to come through the ceiling. If I know my son, he's upstairs on the couch sleeping anyway. So I'd say it's my cat. She does not like it when I come down here and she can't get to where I'm at. But with my basement being my soap studio, it is a pet-free zone down here. So they just have to deal with my time down here making my products. Alright, just gently tap this surface to settle that soap and help get it into the corners, as well as get the air bubbles out. Okay, let's clean up the edge real quick, which I'll have to do again after I swirl anyway, because I am a messy swirler, but starting off with a clean edge, it just helps me out. Alright, let's bring this in just a little bit closer. I may, depending on how the color and everything looks, I may go to using my phone for these videos more often. It looks to me like the colors are showing up better on this than on my camera. Alright. And yes, I have extra batter, as always. That goes into my sample molds. Now with this gold that I have mixed up, I'm just going to drizzle it on the soap with a dropper. and then it will swirl in with the chopstick. And then if I see any place that I think needs, you know, added white, added gold, whatever, I will add those on. This is because of how fluid it is going to be a extreme flat top soap, but that's okay. I just wanted the colors to be able to shine through. And I don't think I'm going to add any other colors to the top, except for maybe a little glitter. I'll let that gold really shine on the top because there will be white in the swirl when we cut the soap. So grab my Snowflake Sparkle. Because of course with it being a wintry soap, and me and my glitter, I just have to have the sparkle. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of pearl glitter. Just for that. The gold color I mixed up also has gold glitter in it, so just going for that extra sparkle. Alright, spray down the top with rubbing alcohol. That helps keep what is called soda ash from forming, as well as sets those glitters into the soap. And that way they stay on the soap where I wanted them and not anywhere else. Alright, so there you have it. Sweet Winterberry soap is in the mold. This will sit for 24 to 48 hours, depending on when I get time to come down and cut it between work and everything else that I do. But once I do that, I'll get the video spliced together and it'll be on YouTube as well. But until then, have a good day, and I'll see you back for the cutting. Hi, we're back today to cut our Sweet Winterberry soap. I actually have 2 loaves that I am cutting, and the second loaf is going to be a little bit different than the first loaf. So let's get cutting on this and see what we got. Set that aside. And there's the top with the gold swirl. I'm hoping that the white swirl in it stays at least a creamy white and does not discolor too badly on me from the fragrance oil that I used. The second loaf, where we have the maroonish color as the base color, the second loaf is going to have more of a white base to it because I had more of the white fragrant or batter left. So I changed it up a little bit. Sometimes it's fun to change things up. Don't keep them the same all the time. Alright, let's get the rest of this in here and we'll get it cut too. If you hear my puppy crying in the background, I do apologize for that. She's still learning her boundaries in the house, and she is a whippet mix. And if you leave her alone for any length of time, she will chew on anything and everything that she can in the house. So when I'm the only one home, and she is I'm downstairs in the basement, and she's upstairs by herself. She goes into her crate, and she has very bad separation anxiety, so she will just sit in there and cry. So if that does come through on the video, I do apologize. Alright, and then this is the second loaf that I got done. Like I said, it is a different color scheme to it, but I just thought, why not? Let's go for it. So this one is the white base with the maroon for the drop swirl. I actually think that this one turned out pretty as well. So far, I'm liking the quality of video that I am getting off of my cell phone. And I found a video editing program for it. So I'm going to get this attached to the making video, and then I'll get it uploaded to YouTube. And for those of you that do watch it, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you like this video better than the videos that I take with my other camera. If the consensus agrees that this is a better quality video, then I'll more than likely use my phone for doing my YouTube videos until I can invest into a better camera. Anyway, that's it for Sweet Winterberry. Like I said, we've got the two different designs in it, and I think they're both beautiful. So these will be ready in about 4 weeks from the time I get this video posted. So give me a thumbs up on this video, like it down below, and leave me a comment. Thank you for watching.